This is a very basic configuration that will show you how to use the Express accounting software effectively. Installing the Express software is simple. It uses the same techniques as other Windows apps. That is, you double-click the setup file you obtained from the Express website or receive from the company. After you have completed the installation of the Express application, you must contact Express registration staff to get a registration code. After that, navigate to the Others menu and select the Register submenu. In the registration code field, enter the registration code you received from Express. Then launch the Express software using the default username and password, which are both BIT9. The next pop-up will ask you to select the firm or data path you want to use to enter data. If you are viewing this for the first time after installing the Express accounting software, you will only see 2 data paths. The line beginning with 9 is an example data set that you may use to test the flow of the Express application. Lines beginning with the letter C represent blank data folders that can be used as templates to create your own company data. You can choose any of them to enter the Express program. The next screen shows the current date as the working date. When you provide data like a sales invoice or a daily transaction, this date will be used as the default. The default menu language is Thai. However, if you purchase Express for Thai and English, you can change the menu language. You can change it by going to the Others menu and selecting Submenu 3 Security Setup, then Submenu to User Information. This may be tough for you at first because the entire menu is in Thai, but you can follow the screen in this video to do so. To move on to the next one, click the Previous Data or Next Data buttons on the toolbar. Express includes 3 users by default. The 3 users are BIT1, BIT5, and BIT9, separated by security group. BIT9 is the default admin user, but BIT1 is a normal user. To set the required information to begin using the Express application, you must log in as the admin user, BIT9. So, use the Next Data or Previous Data buttons on the toolbar to select the user ID, BIT9, that appears on screen. Then, using the Edit button on the toolbar, change the menu language to English, as seen on the screen. Finally, click the Save button to save your changes. If you wish to create your own user, click the Add button on the toolbar and enter a code for that user in the User ID column. It is important to set the Authorized level and Security checking fields. Authorized level is separated into 3 levels, 0 for operator, 5 for chief, and 9 for system administrator. The operator has extremely limited use of the application. And for the Security checking field, if you set it to Check before use, you must grant them permission before they can use the application. If you set it to None, this new user can use the program with the authorization level that you provide. Remember that when you create a new user, both the username and password will be the same. If you want to change their password, log into the software as that user and select Others, menu number 2, Change Password. Quit the application and then log in to access the Express program using the user ID, BIT9. This time, you will see the entire menu shown in English. First, you must create your new company data folder, which can be done via the Setup menu, number 8 Company Creation. When you reach this screen, please click the Add Data button in the toolbar and enter your firm name. This information is just provided to make it easier for you to select the relevant data to input into the transaction. You can establish a data folder on this screen to back up your previous year's data and set up a new one for the current year. You can also include a number before your company name to specify which data folder should be displayed first. The next column is Data Code, which is related to security settings in which you can allow other users to view only certain data codes or your company data. But for a quick start, I'd like you to keep this at the default option, which is Data T or Data Z. The final setting column on this screen is Data Path, which allows you to specify the folder name that will hold your accounting data on your computer. I recommend using a meaningful name that is no longer than 8 characters. When you press the Enter key to pass the Data Path column, the system will prompt you to select between Generate data from backup file or Copy data from existing company. If this is your first time using Express accounting software, pick option 2, Copy data from existing firm, and then click the OK button. It displays a pop-up asking you to select the data path or corporate data you wish to use as a template for entering your data. You can select a line that begins with the letter C, as shown in column Path, as DAT, because this template contains blank data. It only has an account chart and no other data, making it simple to get started with the Express program. If there are no problems, the program will display a notice informing you that the data copying process is complete. The first step is to go to Setup menu number 1 Default Information and pick Company Profile. On this screen, you can enter your information in Thai and English, including your firm name and address. You can also enter your company tax ID and trade register on this screen. All of the information on this screen will appear on your bill or invoice when you print it. To edit information on this screen, click the Edit button in the toolbar and modify the data as needed. When you wish to save data, click the Save button. Close this screen and return to Setup menu number 1 Default Information, but this time select menu number 2 General. From line number 1 Year Representation, you can choose between Thai and English calendars. This will appear when you input date-related data on many screens, as well as on your bill or invoice. Other significant variables on this screen include VAT rate and price type. The current VAT rate in Thailand for the year 2024 is 7%. Price type will be calculated using your product price. For example, if you set the price type to 1, tax is included. When you sell your product for 100 baht, the VAT amount is 6.54, which is calculated by multiplying 100 baht by 7 and dividing by 107. So your net sale price is 93.46 baht. And, as with the previous screens, if you need to edit data, click the Edit button on the toolbar. And when you want to save data, simply click the Save button. The next step is to select menu number 1 Default Information from Setup, then submenu number 3 Inventory Control, and finally menu number 1 General Information. On this page, you can specify the format of the stock code on line number 1. With the 9th number, you can only enter numbers, whereas an exclamation mark allows you to enter both numbers and letters. Other interesting choices are the inventory record type technique and the policy for allowing negative inventory. In inventory record type, you can select perpetual or periodic. In conclusion, perpetual continuously records inventory changes in real time using computerized point-of-sale systems, eliminating the need for physical inventory inspections. And periodic refers to an accounting inventory method in which inventory and cost of goods sold are determined at the end of an accounting period rather than daily. That is the basic default setting that must be configured before performing daily transactions. The next step is to build a master file containing your sales stock code, customer information, and supplier information.